everyone, it's Tori, and if you are an online seller on the Poshmark platform, you've probably had a question or two at any given time. When I first started Poshmark back in 2018 in April specifically, I remember I had to figure everything out on my own, just trial and error, testing things out, trying to find people on YouTube that maybe there was a free video here or there, or I joined a lot of communities to talk about Poshmark. But what I always wanted was a go-to place, a resource, something that, like a Poshmark 101 school that could answer all the questions that I had. So when I first started, I actually started compilating my own book. If you don't know, my day job actually is in content creation. I build courses for my company. I build videos for my company. And so I thought it would be a good idea to play around with it and add all of my information to this online course, which, I was working on for a couple of years. But I never, probably because my day job is building out content, I never, went forward with it. And so I'm so happy that we have people in the community that have taken their background in education and have put together some resources for all of us in the community to make us more successful. The one I'm going to talk about today is the one and only incomparable Nicole State. So Nicole State has been a reseller for quite a long time. She's been on Poshmark, I think about the same amount of time that I have, but she did come to the Poshmark platform with a huge history in online reselling. And so she's been able to do this full time and really put her heart and soul into the platform and her YouTube channel where she shares a lot of information. So recently she launched her Nicole State's school. I think it's called the school, but it's actually a course, and it's actually a giant course of all of these questions around Poshmark, so much information. So I did purchase the course. I was not given this for free. I purchased the course because I'm all about supporting my fellow small business owners, especially women. Let's support each other. And so I bought the course to support her, thinking that, maybe I'll glance at it at some point. But I took a little bit of time this week and I looked at it and I was like, okay, thank you for doing this, because there's so many of us out there that have had those questions at one time or another, and it's an amazing resource. So I just wanted to share with you today, if you've ever been interested on what is included. She also offers it for such a reasonable price. Right now, she is doing a $20 price point. It's insane. $20 for this course, I feel, is definitely 100% worth it. And I'm just going to give you some snippets of what is included so you can see. I am an affiliate, so I'm going to say that right now. I will tell you, after I purchased the course and after I went through it, I said, well, how can I tell people about this? Like what, is there anything that I can do to help you be more successful? And so she's like, yeah, absolutely. I can give you a link. And then when people click it, then they can get that discount. And so I was like, I'm in. Count me sold, because again, I really believe in this course. So let's just take a quick little look at what is included, just to give you an overview to see if you're interested. I promise you're going to be interested though. Okay, so the course itself is on a platform called Teachable, so teachable.com. And there are a number of resellers that actually have courses available. So this is specific to Nicole, but there are a number of resources that at some point maybe I will cover as well. But in this case, when it comes to Nicole, you'll see that this is what it looks like. It looks a little foreboding, right? You scroll through and you have the welcome, starting out, help, all these things. So it starts off, just to clarify, they are video modules. And what that means is that each module, you'll see once you click on it, is going to have, Nicole is going to actually explain the topic. So she's going to walk through. So you'll be able to pause it and rewind it as you see fit. You can make it full screen to make it easier to see. But it's definitely a very personal nature. It's someone explaining something, which I really enjoy because it adds a little bit of personalization instead of just reading text. Then once you start it, she gives you a little, welcome to the course message. And then over on the left, you'll see that the navigation is super simple. You just click on a topic. And once you click on the topic, it will once again start as she starts the topic itself. And then at the top, if it's a topic that you are familiar with or that, you don't really care about, I am clicking complete and continue just because of my nature of having check marks. At first I didn't. That's why it says I only had 4% complete, because I was not marking them complete. But it's super, super easy, very high resolution, and there's a lot of great information. Now, the starting on Poshmark goes through everything. You can see here, opening new accounts. And if you have been on Poshmark for any given time, this section, you're probably not going to get much out of, but it does go through, especially if you are brand new to Poshmark, or you're like, well, what is the fee structure? How does that work? What does following mean? Why would we even do that? She's going to go into some really great detail about sharing, about closet overview, your Posh stats, all of these things, and why they're important to your business. So this is kind of the Poshmark 101, as it were. So you're brand new, you want to know a little bit of information, go to that first section. There is a help section next. So a lot of questions that come up, because again, it's not that intuitive on Poshmark how to do some of these things, like how to delete your account, how to block a user or report a listing, remove a comment, remove a love note. That's a big one. I've done multiple, I think, Instagram stories on how to remove a love note, because it's not intuitive. And a lot of times people ask, well, why do you want to remove a love note? Well, sometimes people put a little snarky information in those love notes. So there might be a time where you do want to remove it. So this is that little help section. Super helpful. Lots of amazing information. Then we get into the sales section. So this is where you're going to start getting more of that advanced information that can really help you out. Everything from how long do you have to ship your items, with some background information there, how to get paid, that's really important, canceling a sale, relisting a canceled sale. Now, she has relisted a canceled sale. You can see I did watch this one, because it is something that happens, if you cancel a sale because maybe, I'll give you a perfect example. We had someone cancel a sale recently because they had actually added 2 items to their bundle, but then they purchased just 1 item and they actually wanted to bundle the 2 together. So we canceled it, and then they bought the bundle, which was great. For us, we did not have the option to relist the sale. So sometimes, depending on how what's going on with your system, it may not look the same, but these are very much based on, she actually shows you on her system what it looks like in real time. So that's super cool. Offers and bundles. So one of the things that Nicole is super, super fantastic about is sales strategy. And, it's great to know all how do you do it? How do you mark something complete? How do you, or relist an item? Those type of things are all good to know. But what you really want to know is how to make money, right? If you are doing this as a business, you want to find out all the ins and outs of making the money. So in this, she talks to you about sending an offer, bundling, how to send an offer directly to one person, because bundling and using bundling to create a sale is, again, not something that is super intuitive on the platform unless you've done it a while. So really great information here. Also, cancel offer sent to likers. That is another one. That is a challenge. That one, again, great piece of information. Then if you are looking for more information, now I will tell you, so as someone who is a content creator for the Poshmark platform, I have a lot of videos on these as well. But the benefit to this is it's all in one location, and it's short and it's sweet, and you have access to it at any given moment, and you can watch them over and over. And again, going back to short and sweet, just-in-time learning is so important. We're all busy, right? So in this section, building a listing, she talks to you about tips and tricks for the title and the descriptions. And I will tell you, I watched the title portion. I thought that my titles were phenomenal. I'm like, I understand how search engine optimization works. I know you need to have the brand and the style in there, but there were also some tips that she gave that I didn't even think about. So I started actually adjusting my titles, which, you know, again, I like to think of myself as a seasoned pro when it comes to Poshmark. So there are definitely things in here from whatever level you are on. She even talks about how to take measurements. I mean, these are things that maybe not be intuitive to every single person. So all of these, great information. Then we get down to photography. She gives you some tips on taking great photographs. And then she also talks about sourcing. So, I mean, look at how many topics are already included in here. Because if you are reselling and maybe you're new to it and you're trying to figure out, well, where should I go? What should I do? How does it work? She's going to talk about all these things, everything from thrift stores, retail arbitrage, consignment, wholesale. All of that is going to be in here, and it's fantastic. And then a section on shipping. So shipping with Poshmark is pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. You can't get around it. You either are going to cover shipping, you're going to give a shipping discount, or you're going to make the buyer pay for shipping. But in this case, she has this. Oh, here's something else I didn't mention. You own the course for life. So once you get this course, it's yours. She will continue to make updates as things change on Poshmark, and you'll still have access to it. So you don't have to buy it again if there's a major change. Especially with Poshmark going public, there may be changes because that does happen sometimes. So keep that in mind as new things or new features roll out. She will have those included here. She also talks about inventory. Now, y'all know, inventory is one of my favorite topics. I talk about it all the time. I talked about it at PoshFest 2019. I have many videos on it. I think it's so important to have an inventory system and being able to keep your inventory organized. So she goes over her process, which definitely is different than mine, and it's great to see different ways of doing things. She also clarifies what you can sell on Poshmark, what not to sell on Poshmark, in social media and Poshmark and how those go together. That right there, another amazing section. If you don't know, she is very well known on social media. This is not something that she woke up and said, maybe I'll do it. She every day has a plan. She has a goal. Look at this. She just came out with these reseller planners that are phenomenal tools in and of themselves, and she walks the walk and talks the talk. So she keeps track of everything, and she does everything with intention. So this is going to go through that. As I mentioned before, with strategy, she's going to talk to you about all the different strategies she uses to make money. I have not got into this section myself, but I'm really excited to see how she's doing it and see if I can incorporate any of those into my own business. She also goes over Poshmark events. If you're new, you may not know what a Posh and Sip is, or a Posh and Coffee, or PoshFest. So she'll go over that information. She has been a speaker at PoshFest as well. We were speakers in 2019 together. So we are at the same year. We weren't on the same panel. Also, I know that she's hosted many different things. And then the last section here is growing your Poshmark business. So going back to the goal setting, all the different things, you'll see that there is a section about tax recommendations, and it's only 2 minutes. And you know why that is? I'm going to tell you why it is. I'm sure she's going to tell you to contact your tax professional, because that's what we all say, because we cannot give you specific advice. But definitely great information, time blocking, how many listings, when to hire help. So fantastic. There's so much included in this course. All right, so I know I sound like a commercial, which I guess is a commercial to help you be more successful. Get the Nicole State course. But honestly, it is a one-stop shop for everything you need to know about Poshmark. I really believe in this resource and having everything at your fingertips. And again, I really believe in supporting each other and helping each other be successful. So if you have seen what is in this course and you say, hey, I really need to get that right now, there is a link below. You can just click on it. It'll take you to the sign up page, and it's a super easy process, and you'll immediately have access to the course. Like I said, every time she updates, every time something changes, you're gonna immediately get those changes. So it's super cool, super awesome. And if you're not following her on YouTube, that'd be kind of crazy. But if you're not following her on YouTube, make sure you check out Nicole State. So that's it. That's my video today. Just wanted to make sure that I am sharing with all of you this really cool resource that's available. If you have a resource that you want shared with the community, reach out to me. Let me know at girlygirlstyle at gmail.com. I am all about looking at the resources and providing feedback and sharing them with all of you out there. So that's it, everybody. Until next time, see ya.